want to talk about records management.
Okay.
So let's start it off at a high level. What's your advice to newcomers coming into this field?
Oh, wow. If I look back on the last, 27, 28 years, and I think about what I've learned when I was new, it was just asking a lot of questions, not being afraid to ask those questions, because a lot of times when you get into a space, and it can be later in life, you just land in records management, you can have this mentality of being timid, like, oh, should I know this, should I not? Because it's a very gray space. And I think it's all about asking questions, asking the right questions, finding a mentor or a partner who can really help you. I look back at that, and having that for so many parts of my career, it was nice to be able to say, hey, what is that? And I think that's also part of the reason that I give back now is I look back and I had to start somewhere and I asked those questions. And if people didn't know, they would say, hey, you might want to talk to this person who works at this organization, or you may read this book or look at these articles. But also, don't be afraid to Google.
Yeah.
Now, I would be careful with what you find on Google, because some of the content people put out there I may not agree with, because everybody's journey is different, everybody's path, everybody's organizations are different. But at least knowing that, like if I read something from someone and I disagree, I still have that perspective, and I can look at that and say, you know what, that may have worked for you over here, but this organization is lower risk, and if we try to do that, it's not going to work because they're going to say no. It's you can't come in a certain way. So I think it's absorbing, learning, finding a partner, getting involved in these organizations. It can be ISACA, it can be AIM and ARMA, and there's so many. I mean, REMPA now, because I had kind of a global perspective, joining these other organizations that are outside of just my immediate scope, because you never know when you're going to move on to something that's a little more broad in scope. But continuous learning, I think, is a part of that. So continuous learning, mentorship, and just going in unafraid.